the fact that this movie has a little more character to it than a lot of horror movies, and it's the idea of something that is intrinsically safe becoming unsafe. It's even more scary if something like this were to happen, because it's people you know, as opposed to someone you don't know, and a mindless slashing killer. Which is also something that I think they wanted to get away from, the idea that the Crazies still retain some human elements. He's a young kid who really, the story and the journey is a rites of passage for him. He becomes a man essentially by the end of it, and mans up to some of the responsibility, which is he'll die to save his buddies, really. And so his arc in the movies is probably one of the biggest. And plus the fact we toy a little bit with whether he's infected or not, which makes it interesting as an actor to play with. It's being brought up to date. The budget that they had for the original was small. There's only so much you can do. But in terms of subject matter and how it's approached, it's somewhat similar, but we're really kicking it into the 21st century, so to speak. But saying that, the being still set in a small town and having somewhat of a sparse nature to it, there are elements that definitely feel similar. Tim, I've worked with Tim before. I absolutely adore him. I think he's such a sweet guy and an absolute professional. He's one of those actors that can work absolutely technically and instinctually and have fun, be able to let it go. So working with Tim's an absolute dream. Rada I have never worked with before, but she's bang on the money. There is a nice sense of team. When it's a small group of you and there's four of us, we tend to sort of help each other out a lot, and there's a definite sense of camaraderie there. And Danielle is just awesome.